Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Three Pros and a Podcast.
Yo, everybody, what's going on? Three Pros and a Pod coming at you. It's myself, Michael, the Menace Johnson, Chas Skelly, and Beba, Batman Jenkins. Guys, what is happening? What's going on? Episode number 6, if I'm not mistaken. Nice little vibe going on. Let's how you boys doing?
Baby. We going every day, every week. We thinking of some more shit to bring to people. So I'm glad we keep pumping episodes out. I'm glad we are getting our schedules together, even though I'm still fucking up with times. We still keep getting these episodes in.
Yeah, you give CPT a whole nother meaning for sure.
Yeah, man, I'm on champion people time. What's up, Kaz?
What does CPT mean?
It was supposed to be. It was
It's
supposed
color
to be
people
color
time.
people time.
It's like
Confused
All right,
people time.
yeah.
Is what it should be.
That's what we gonna go with. I got so much on my calendar
That-
right now. I can't even front, dog. That was all on me. But we here now. We squabbing. We showing the folks what's up. What y'all been up to, man? Any fights y'all been loving or what?
Yeah, I mean, the fights were pretty good. The fights were pretty good this last week. Oh, I want to say something that works the same with everything. It's like when you go any place like it's like island time. Like people on the island like always laid back, like late. Brazilians, fucking Brazilian time. Those motherfuckers are always late.
Brazilians versus CPT.
Dude, Brazilians are the worst. I'll tell you honestly.
That's why I changed colored people time to champion people time.
Yeah. Well, I think with the fights, dude, the best fight that happened was the fight in the crowd.
Yeah, the main event. The main event wasn't too entertaining at all. Like I don't know what Kobe did. He came in there blaming shit on Trump. He just didn't come in ready to fight and just looked bad. I mean, I don't think we'll be seeing him for a while. And
you talk all that shit like that. You say the things that he said and the way that he said it. You got to come out and fucking beat some ass, or you got to come out guns blazing. You don't come out and sit back and not do anything and kind of just get pointed.
Yeah, it hurts the brand. It definitely hurts the brand. And I think on my Leon part, I think Leon should definitely push the gas pedal a little bit more to try to hurt him. There were some words that I think were said that if I was Leon, I would for sure be trying to, get my point across physically.
Yeah, Leon definitely should have been more aggressive, but I think it was more of a point for him to shut him out completely over 5 rounds. Just make it look like he had no business being in there. And that was probably the last time we'll see Kobe fight for a title.
Yeah, he did that.
Thank God.
He did that, but like I said, so there's some brothers and some family on the line. There's some people in the crowd that want to do some really bad things, and me being in there having the opportunity to do such for 25 minutes, I would have for sure tried to put something on. But there goes the rivalry for you.
Bubba, stop lying, bro. Why you capping?
Listen. So he did not he say something about his dead father? Like that's a line you can't cross. And when you have 25 minutes and you see the guy kind of like you kind of carry him, there's a fact in the fact that he carried him. There was a couple times there he could have pushed on the pace and maybe been a little bit more.
Yeah, he definitely should have ran up. He should have been a little bit more aggressive, but at the end he got the job done.
Right, that ain't no cap. That's a fact.
Yeah, cap, whatever. You should have fought Chris Wade then, if you were saying.
I should have fought Chris Wade. Had he shown up,
bullshit.
Had he shown up like a professional and done the things he was supposed to do, I would have fought Chris Wade. I showed up willing to fight anyone. That's the facts.
Man, I hate fucking cutting weight. I'm
Cutting
so glad
weight.
to be done with that shit, bro. I'm so glad to be done cutting weight. Look at me with my double
Yeah,
chin.
your little
I don't
double
gotta worry
chin.
about it no more. Dude, cutting
That's
weight's
facts.
the
That was
worst.
so UFC 296. Would you kind of feel like it was a bust or wasn't that much of an exciting card like we all assumed it would have been? And I think that's why Dricus and Sean Strickland were so close to each other in the crowd because they put on the most exciting fight on the main card, I would think. So, and it was actually pretty entertaining. It was funny. Shout out to Bruna Burns, always a real one. Gilbert's wife, she had to move the kids over and let Sean Strickland and them two fight. I mean, I definitely think it's like a little clownish, and here it is right here. But yeah, it's so funny. I do respect Strickland for moving them out of the way before he jumped on. And then we got some friends. There's Tuco, my guy,
There's
in
Tuco
the
right
middle.
there, yeah.
I don't know why he always tries to break up fights. Like everything.
Yeah, let him go.
Yeah, like let him
Let
go.
him go.
Yeah,
So,
I
No,
mean,
I
this
wouldn't
is
have
one
been
of
in
the.
there. I wouldn't have been in there breaking that up at all.
yeah, sit back and let that
Hey,
go.
This
job
is one of the
security for
best
the
ways to
security.
sell the fight.
Yeah. Hey, man, there's people that are paid to do that shit. I'm not one of them. Let those guys go, man.
I mean, it just looked like a little schoolyard fight. Nothing really happened. Drake is lost in that fight. He went trying to double leg him, or he tried to grab him or something, and Sean's just on top of him.
He lost that in exchange right there. He got way too many head punches, way too much.
Yeah,
I mean, there is nothing to gain from Dricus being in that
This is a
position.
better one. Look at fucking Pedro and Joshua over there.
He just flashed the camera.
Yeah, that's their little thing with his fro going, big fro. But yeah, like why? Like, I mean, see, I don't know. Like, I could say I kind of like that a bit, but I kind of don't. Like, of course, like, yeah, people talk a lot of shit and somebody needs to get into an altercation like that, but he's jumping over 2 rows. Like, it'd be another thing if Dricus ran up on him or was close to him and talked shit. Like, he kind of, like, purposely did this to, I don't know what, like, put on a show and steal the show. Like, I don't.
Maybe sell the fight.
It's part of the entertainment. It's part of entertainment. They're not going to call off the fight. No one's seriously going to get hurt right there. I think it was the perfect time to steal the moment if I was him to get more people interested in the fight. And it's along the brand of I'll fight anytime, anywhere. Yeah, I'll ask. I'm a gentleman enough for you people who think I'm wild and crazy. I'm gentleman enough to let the children get out the way. Women and children, please excuse me, and let us do the man dance. When, where, how, doesn't matter, and let's get it on. And it was funny because it was more like a, nobody got hurt. It's an entertaining thing, and let's just get up out of here. It's on some WWE.
I thought it was pretty clown shit.
I mean, for me personally, I don't like stuff like that. I've never really liked stuff like that. I thought it was entertaining though. I mean, this in hindsight, like this particular instance, I thought it was pretty entertaining. So I'm like, whatever. Generally, no, I'm not. I don't like that stuff. But in this instance, I was like, oh, it's kind of funny. Sean Strickland, like, hey, move out of the way, jump over the.
It's entertaining. It sells the fights. I definitely. I mean, like I said, I thought it was funny. I think Sean Strickland could have did a better job as like getting a hit off. Like, come on now,
yeah.
be sneaky or something about it. Like, have him come closer and say, hey, what did you say? Like, you got something to say, and then get a hit off. Like, get something real off. Like, don't sit there and cause a big scene because you know it's gonna get broken up and you know nothing's really gonna happen except you guys still in the show. So
does that make you think it was planned?
Yeah, something was planned or like this or like I mean,
the security was right there. Also,
yeah, security's always right there though. Like, I mean,
no, not planned, but definitely easily orchestrated by Strickland to just go ahead and let me get these off here and not nothing real. That's why I think it was more entertainment than it was like actual animosity. They both like had fun afterwards. It was like a laughing moment. Like, hey, it was great. If Strickland would have got something real off and say Duplessis was cut, then it's a whole different, ending.
The fight's in January. He got plenty of time to heal. Or fights like end of January. You know, he got plenty of time to heal.
People are gonna talk about that shit. That makes a big difference.
Or if he doesn't heal, then there's plenty of replacements to come in and fight Sean Strickland at that. So that just like happens. Like, oh well. Like,
yeah, I don't think Strickland learned a difference.
Did you hear now though? You got to think about it. Until now, not very many people have been talking about this fight. This isn't a fight that's been on the radar though. It's like, you know, now everybody's talking about it because that just happened. Until then, yeah, it wasn't really a fight that people would get up for too much. I mean, people more would want to see Duplessis fight like Adesanya because of all the Africa shit, you know, like nobody wanted to see Sean Strickland fight Duplessis. But now it's like, all right, there's some real beef there, so maybe gets people a little interested. Good marketing move. A little distasteful in my opinion, but fuck it, I guess.
Well, you know, I'm pretty sure Dana said that he set them next to each other on purpose. That's what I heard. Like, I heard his press conference. He even called himself an idiot. Like, he playing that shit.
It looked like there was a little skirmish in the crowd today between Strickland and Trickus Duplessis. I guess, what can you tell us about what happened? And
it's like, all went to plan.
So what kind of an asshole sits Strickland next to Duplessis? This asshole. That's who.
Yeah, you're right. He probably seen the numbers, and he was like, you know, we need to promote this.
Manually did the seating assignment.
We need something going.
I do every seating assignment every week.
Yeah.
All right, so that's on you.
Yeah, okay. See, so yeah, he did that on purpose. He knew what he was doing.
How fucking stupid is that? I mean, seriously.
He knew what he was doing and how of a liability Strickland is and how much shit he talks and all the bullshit that comes out of his mouth. But for some odd reason, recently, he's found a way to play victim role. He's found a way to use his white privilege, I guess, and now all of a sudden play victim, just like Ian Gary played victim. Like, why can't people take it just as good as they give it out and receive it? Like, Sean Strickland's talked so much shit, and now he's on a podcast pretty much in tears crying about his past, when he was dogging everybody else all week, saying all this shit, bringing up his past like it's something to be proud about. Now he's getting attacked by it, so now it's his time to play the victim role. If you guys have seen the Theo Von, I heard it got kind of swept under the rug a little bit, but
I haven't seen it. But can I say something about like the ideal of being real in real life and the ideal of being real in entertainment? First of all, why doesn't it go to a one screen when I fucking talk? When Mike Johnson talks and Chaz Kelly talks, it goes, there we go. Finally, I get my one.
You're only one screen on mine.
Yes.
I'm the only one screen on yours?
Yeah.
There it is. Now I got my one thing. No, there's a difference between some people like a Kobe. I've seen Kobe get slapped by a 135-pound drunk guy outside in Florida at a bar and not do a damn thing about it. Now, the Colby Covington that is in the fight world may have fought back or whatever, but the Colby Covington that it's the real man looked at that guy and was like, oh, should I call the cops or what should I do? I've seen the real Kobe get slapped. I've seen some people try to put on this bravado of, the nickname of the fight game of who they are versus the real version of themselves. And there are some times when the real version of themselves meet that entertainment world and they don't know how to react to that. That's why I always, in a sense, try to stay real, man. There's a lot of these guys that are faking the funk and they're capping about, what they would do or what they wouldn't do when, situation may come up. This is the real fight game, and there are real warriors, there are real scrappers, there are real fighters, and there are real cowards in this game. And I just think that a lot of times when the real meets the real, you'll see a lot of guys lean on that nickname and lean on that bravado more so than they'll be as a real person.
Yeah, so I was asking about Strickland being a victim. Playing victim.
No, I
but I feel you.
That,
but I feel you that
that.
Bubba's talking about the Kobe situation. Of course, we're past the Kobe situation.
I'm talking about even that. Strickland plays to be this hard bravado guy, and then he leans on, like you said in the podcast, he was just crying and playing white privilege and playing this. But on the outside of the world, he's this I guess they call him sexist, ignorant kind of person. And he's giving off a bravado that, women should be in the kitchen, this is that. But then you saying he's crying on a podcast. That's two different reels of who you actually are.
And I'm just hearing that this motherfucker was a Nazi or used to be neo-Nazi. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, where it is?
This is something I've known from him.
Well, let's get something straight. I don't know where the white privilege comes into play here. I don't see the white privilege thing. I don't understand where it comes into play. But what I do agree with is that if you can poke fun or say what you want about everybody else's circumstances and everybody else's situations and constantly have your opinion, very outspoken opinion, what do they call that? Shock humor or shock and awe opinion, to where like everything he's saying is for like shock factor. That's kind of how he works. That's where he gets that's how he's marketed himself, as like a shock factor type person. When somebody else says something about your past and things you've gone through, regardless of how bad it is or how much of shock factor comes into it, you can't cry about it. You can't go on. I mean, you have feelings, you're a person, but if that's the way you feel, then if you feel that way and you truly feel that way, then why do you do that to other people? Why are you doing that to other people? Why are you calling other people gay? Why, this dude, maybe he is gay. Maybe he has something in his past. Maybe he was molested as a child. And a lot of people who turn out gay were molested.
It sounds like he was probably molested a little bit in his childhood. Probably.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So now you can turn it like that and say, oh, you can't talk about that because I was molested as a child. Well, you don't know that the reason that this person is the way that they are, that you've poked fun at, the things that you've said, isn't because that they have something traumatic that's happened to them in their past. It's got to work both ways. So that playing a victim thing, to me, that's bull. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Now, as far as white privilege is concerned, I don't know where that comes into play.
I'll tell you where it comes into play.
I don't like playing the race card either, Michael.
You know where it comes into play. You know where it comes into play. Him fucking crying about it and people feeling sorry for him. And just
maybe
oh my God, poor little me.
Come
like,
on
please,
now. Maybe he got pulled over by a cop and started crying, didn't get a ticket. I could see it. But you're on a podcast, bawling your eyes out.
And now everybody's like, oh, no, please, like, don't talk about Sean Strickland. Like this is a real thing. Like, he was abused as a child. Like, let's forget about the harsh asshole that's on camera or on the mic all the time, and let's feel sorry for him now. Like you guys said, pick a side. And come on, Chaz, that's a little privilege now that he's playing that role.
No, I don't like it. I said I don't like it. I just don't see all right, so how about this then? If you, as a black man, if you went and you cried on camera, right? You went and you cried on camera and said, I got all this stuff in my past. And then there were some people saying, man, you shouldn't say stuff like that about Michael. I don't like, he's feeling bad about it. He's crying about it. And then there were some people saying, man, you need to fucking sack up. Why the fuck are you crying on camera? Who do you think? I guarantee you, a lot of the people who would be saying you need to sack up, those would be black dudes. They're like, hey, bro, you need to fucking sack up. The people would be like, man, I feel bad for Michael. That's a bunch of white chicks.
No, I hear it I hear it from both, and the more likely I hear it's like, man, like just man up, like, or sack up, or go about it this way. So. But I mean, I have like been emotional, not like full blown like crying. I don't think he was full blown crying, but I've been emotional. I've talked about like past shit and the hard times and the struggles that I've went through. And you know what? At the end of the day, no one fucking cares, and that's like the harsh reality of it. So like, why even go on a bender and talk about shit? And that's why a lot of people don't in certain scenarios. Or that's where I've brought it. Like, that's my experience of the situation and things that I've talked about and gotten back. And I've seen it.
I'm kind of an emotional person too, in a way. Like I don't generally let my emotions pour out into the public. Like publicly, I'm not emotional, generally speaking, but I'm an emotional person. There's things, I get emotional, and so I don't, somebody getting emotional when I see that, I respect that. I get a little cringy feeling though, because for me, I don't like to let it bleed out into public view. Just me personally, maybe that's a little bit of like that, like I don't know. I don't know what it is. That's just me personally. But yeah, same thing though. Same scenario though. I make fun of people a lot. I have an opinion. I like to pick fun of people. I like to talk shit. We've been going back and forth for years. But when somebody picks fun at me, I mean, I say stuff. I say stuff about you on the show when we're talking about when we're in the room or whatever, just joking around. You say some stuff, dude. You whoop my ass so many times, so many fucking times in the room. You bring up one of those times, I'm not gonna get sad about it and say, I'm gonna say, yeah, you fucking whoop my ass. I would help with two black eyes. I'm like, whatever, bro. I cried myself to sleep that night. Like, whatever. It is what it is. It's got to go both ways.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can always, fight about it at the end of the day. Throwing
True.
some boxing gloves,
True.
and get into it. Speaking of boxing, Chaz, you brought up a funny thing off the air. Are they really doing midget boxing now? Like, what the fuck is up with all these like fad like sport like entertainment things? Like it was the slap boxing and pillow fighting, and now midget. I think midgets have always boxed, but now it's like a big thing now. Like
They just want to see conflict. They don't care if it's midgets, girls, fat people. They just want to see conflict. Anything, everybody versus everybody. That's
well,
crazy.
I think fat people would be a health risk. Like heart attacks and shit, and like I mean, they wouldn't make it through, But midgets, I mean, these. Can we pull some clips? Yeah, let's do. And some of these motherfuckers.
Also known as Smidge the Doorman.
Listen, Smidge.
Smidge.
I'm the baddest motherfucking midget in the game, and I'm gonna take that belt from you.
I thought they didn't like to be called that though.
I do believe
Midgets, small people, I guess. Yeah.
Where are we at with that?
I mean, it is 2023, so
I haven't checked in with my midget promotions yet, but I thought they didn't like to be called promotions.
where do they rank now in like the like offensive like comments you can say about them? Because now like the transgender and everything have like made such a big spill. Like back in the day, like midget or a small person was like at the top of the list. Like you couldn't fuck with them at all.
Oh yeah.
So now
that's a cancel culture word.
So how far down the line did they drop in fucking 2023 to if they call themselves?
They got a homie just
cry.
said he's the number one midget in the motherfucking land or some shit. They got a whole league now.
I'd say they got the short blunt of the stick.
Yeah, that's a good one. The short end of the stick for sure. Like that's because now you can just like openly like make fun of them. Now they're like boxing. Like,
Oh my god.
so now you can't get in trouble for saying anything because they're like athletes and they're like. You
Dude,
can say what you
think-
want to say, anything you want to say about an athlete. Like you won't get in trouble because for some odd reason it's okay.
Especially MMA or boxing, like the combat world, dude. We've got the most fickle fans on the planet. We got fans that'll love you one day, just like be singing your praises. Next day, they just call you every name in the book, and they can. It's just like whatever. But that, anyways, I don't know why, dude. That dude said he was the baddest midget on the planet. It just got me, dude. Anyways, it reminded me of what Wolf of Wall Street when they throw the midgets when they throw them and try to hit the target.
That is the
I'm
fucking
done.
funny shit. So
I'm
I mean,
done, dude.
what leagues are like? Can we like see an actual like highlight? I know you saw the little like the spiel rolls, but like, is there like midget boxing leagues now? And like, how many of them are
I can't
competing?
stop laughing at that.
Like, he said he's the baddest midget in the world. Like, how many are competing? Like,
I mean, there's some.
There's a lot, man. There's a lot.
I've
There's
seen
a
a lot.
way.
There was like with like the fake wrestling, like WWE wrestling or whatever. There's like a lot of the midget wrestling. I went to a strip club one time, watched some midget wrestling. That was pretty sweet.
were they strippers?
No, they were just midgets.
There's no way they cut weight for this because I ain't seen no midgets cutting weight. I ain't seen none in plastics running, jogging. I ain't seen none in the saunas or the hot tubs. Like
Bro,
they definitely show up and just get to work.
Dude, they're out of the weight class.
But some of those
they're in the
midgets
high
are
class.
thick. Like I've seen some
Yeah,
pretty
hell yeah, they
swollen,
thick. That's definitely a
midgets.
45-pounder we just watched.
So yeah, who
But
knows?
also that's a really good point because you see some of these
Is
midgets,
he drunk?
they look more like just really small people. They're like stacked. They're like jacked.
He's had half a Bud Light and he's wasted. Look at him.
Like that dude is pretty symmetrical all around. That other dude, this dude's not too bad either. But some have like really short arms, or their gloves pretty much are their whole arms. That'd be hard to throw a punch like that.
I mean, I'd rather watch this over slap boxing.
Yeah, me too. Or that pillow fighting.
Yeah, the pillow fight, because these little dudes are. They look like fucking.
Yeah, at least they're throwing down.
Imagine him getting a punch off of you. And
What's
their
going
ring
on
card
here?
girls. Look at them.
Is that a person dressed in
Oh, it's a bar. It's a Barstool Sports thing. No wonder that guy's an evil genius. He's always the entertainment shit. He whatever. Look at him right front row. Whatever he could come up with. This might be the new thing.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like all these like shtick fighting, like celebrities fighting, boxers fighting celebrities, whatever, YouTubers fighting each other, now midgets fighting. It makes sense. It's on brand. It's on brand. Just people want to watch fighting, like you said, Bubba. People just want to watch fighting.
But it's just so hard to watch the slap boxing and to watch that and not think negative thoughts, like constantly. Right? Constantly, I'm thinking negative thoughts. When I see the slap league, whether it's the guy slapping or about to be slapped or a guy who gets his chance next, I don't think positively ever about the slap league. Now, when I watch these midgets fight, it's like I think a lot of things, but none of them are positive. So, like,
why can't the bitches box? Like, why you gotta be prejudiced against the bitches, bro? Like, they can fight. Like, everybody can fight. Like, midget lives matter, bro. Like I'm all for the midgets. Like, let them fight. Like, I love it. I want to go to an event. For sure, I want to go to an event. And
damn, bro, y'all better check Mike's search history tonight.
Search history. No, I'm not into midget porn. I'm scrolling through Pornhub and shit. The ads pop up with midget porn and all that. I just haven't. No, I haven't clicked on it.
Dude,
that shit's gonna be up there now.
Hey, speaking of that, how like on Instagram or whatever they do your ads or whatever they do certain things, you have like a certain algorithm. I don't know what I searched at some point. I don't know what I looked at, but my algorithm has these two midget girls with huge asses on my feed at all the time. And I'm not into midget. Like I would tell you if I was. I've never ever one time in my life watched midget porn. I would tell you if I was. I'm not.
It sounds like it. I think it's like the times have turned. Like I think like people that like midgets, for instance, or any like small like disabilities or something. Like these people are like making it happen now. I'm happy for a lot of them. Like the special looking guy that's like fucking all these like IG models now. You see that weird looking dude? Like I can't think of his name. Some weird looking dude that was on like a Bang Bus episode, and now he's like super famous, and I guess he's like rich. He makes it seem like he's like rich and like well off, and like he's got all these girls like wanting, like they're clout chasing him now. And he's saying like, "Oh, I was a virgin." This dude has been passing that line on for years, and now he's out here just slaying, getting money. Like it's a new age.
I know exactly what you're talking about, but yeah. Hey man, I don't hate on anything like that. Like same thing with like when the Paul brothers came in to start doing their deal. They found a way to make money. They found a shtick or whatever. I didn't hate on them for that. The one thing I did hate on him for was saying that he had like CTE or something like that. I was like, motherfucker, that's not something.
Yeah,
to
from
say.
all the coke and
that's some
fucking
stupid ass
drugs he
shit.
puts in his head.
Yeah, maybe some. Yeah, probably so. But as far as like, hey man, if people are making money, whatever they got to do, whatever, as long as they're happy with themselves, I'm happy for them. Fuck it, dude. Make money. You know, whatever. Fuck those Instagram model bitches. Yeah, I like it.
Bless you. I hear you sneezing over there.
Thank you.
Oh, bless you.
I found him. This guy, right?
Oh yeah, look at this. Yeah, this dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh hell no.
yeah, like look at this dude. I'm telling you, like he's out here getting it more than more than everybody.
Glorifying fake.
Yeah, he's fucking hilarious, dude. Shit.
Hey, he kind of looks like that guy. Have you seen that dude that like randomly tries to beat up? Like he's got like a terrible temper. That little guy that like tries to fight everybody.
Hannibal? What's his name?
I don't.
Hansible?
Nah,
Hansible?
not the. You're not talking about the Russian kid. You're talking about the like little Indian guy.
Yeah, he's like a little Indian guy. Yeah.
The Indian version of Hasbulla.
Yeah, he's like
that's what
tiny.
you're talking about, yeah. No, not Hezbollah.
The Indian version.
Yeah, but the broke version.
Oh, the broke version.
Yeah, Hezbollah's probably making money too, bro.
Yeah,
that guy's got like
somehow.
I know that the UFC signed him for some like I guess what did they sign him for?
No.
Just marketing? Yeah, he got some sort of contract with UFC, I think, for marketing. Something like that.
That's funny.
Yeah, they're always finding ways to pay everybody but fighters.
Yeah, except us, right?
Yeah. Always.
Yeah, it fucking happens. That's how it happens.
Yeah, for sure. Anyways, what else we got? What are we doing here?
Yeah, you want to talk about your man Trump? Last one. Yeah.
Well, I'd rather talk about I think it's odd that now we're going to war. We got people going. I don't know if the United States is going to war, like whatever. But we got people going to war, other countries going to war. Now all of a sudden, Mark Zuckerberg builds $100 million compound, is building $100 million compound with an underground bomb shelter with an escape hatch and sniper towers all around as our tree houses, they'll call them.
Tree houses? That's what you call them, sniper towers?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd call them sniper towers. I mean, you got tree houses all around the perimeter.
He's preparing himself. So in Hawaii, so I assume this is the same place that just happened to get burned down and all the property was lost, right? That's where this
is. Yeah, I probably bought that for pennies on the dollar. Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, I'm sure he was probably the one that lit the fucking match.
I just got back from Hawaii.
The underground bunker.
When I started my camp, when I started my fight camp, I just got back from Hawaii, and just being out there, you could tell like there are gonna be some moving towards Hawaii for the mainland people. You could tell like that fire was definitely started for some shit to go that way. So it's not surprising that after all that shit happened, that he's doing that now.
Well, yeah, it was a debate about like the land and how they wanted it. Now all of a sudden, this happens. I mean, I think people in his position like this, they know that shit's gonna go down, whether it be tomorrow or a few weeks or a few years from now, and he's obviously out in the open planning shit. Or maybe he just wants to get away. Who knows? Maybe he just got a bunch of money.
I don't think so. I think it's, to me, it's a little bit odd that one of the people who's like privy to the most information on the planet, once war started getting started, all of a sudden, the United States is getting involved here and there. There's a bunch of weird shit happening right now. He decides to build $100 million, underground bunker. To me, that's a little weird. I think when stuff like that happens with people that are privy to more information than we are, we need to pay attention to that and maybe make sure that you have some sort of, and I'm not like a conspiracy theorist person. I'm not like a prepper or something, but I do feel like being prepared for anything bad that could happen is a smart thing for anybody and anybody's family. So, you look at that, you look at like Warren Buffett dropped $30 billion in stock, on the 14th, and then all of a sudden the stock market tanks the worst it's tanked in a really long time, set a record low for a really long time, stuff like that. You see Warren Buffett drop $30 billion in the stock market. You, as somebody who's holding a bunch of stock, you should probably do the same thing. I mean, you're seeing somebody who's privy to way more information than you are making a move. It's not a dumb thing to make a move.
Yeah, but what moves are we gonna fucking make? I can't buy no bomb shelter or get one built.
Yeah, you can't buy a bomb shelter, but you can have a plan. If anything happens, you can have a gun. You can have a place that you would go if shit happens. You can have just your.
I mean,
gun,
I have several guns for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you could have you look like a little bug out bag or something. I don't have one, but I'm just saying you can.
You get one. But what would be your plan? I mean, I'll go to war for sure, but
no, I would try to get to Hawaii. That's what I got some family out in Hawaii. I got a lot of family everywhere, really. My dad was one of 11. My mom was one of 9. So I would try to get my family all to an island-like area like Hawaii, and then try to fight out from having a bunker there or some shit.
You got Hawaii? I almost feel like that's where shit's gonna go down. Almost that's kind of strange.
Not if you can get there first and what I'm saying, build yourself a base. If shit was to happen, I'm telling you right now, I'm telling my people to meet me in Hawaii. I got some shit that I'm working on.
Yeah, I'm going to the country, bro. I'm digging in, but you gotta think, if something bad happens, how far you think you can get, though? How far you think you can get? Say something really bad happens. You're thinking, what if the roadways are shut down? What if you can't fly? What if where are you gonna go? What are you gonna do? Me, I'm digging in. I'm getting to the country and I'm digging in. I mean, I live here in Fort Worth, so I got places I can go.
Going to a gas station. I'm going to a grocery store. Those are the first 2 places I'm going.
Oh, dude, when anything bad happens, bro,
you're gonna get killed.
Grocery store.
No,
man.
Other people are gonna get killed.
Yeah, right. You remember when COVID hit? Everybody went and bought up all the fucking toilet paper.
Yeah, that was stupid. Yeah, I don't know.
I was showering to wipe my ass for 2 weeks. Dude. Take the toilet paper. I don't give a fuck. I can jump in the shower.
It's funny you said that. I had this thought. I was like, I wonder if some people random if you go take a shit and then you're gonna shower afterwards. Do you even wait? Do you even take the time to wipe your ass, or you just jump right in the shower? Chaz,
you wipe your fucking ass.
In that situation, I wipe my ass if I have toilet paper available.
You wipe your fucking
But then
ass.
I'm like, why? I'm like, why even why should I even waste my toilet paper? I'm gonna shower right after. Isn't that the logical thing to do?
I wouldn't judge you. I would wipe first.
It's a habit,
and then shower. But I wouldn't judge you. I wouldn't judge you.
It's a habit. I mean, hell, it's I'm trying to save money, so I'm cutting back on my toilet paper usage.
I'm getting a bidet anyways. I'm about to start pressure washing my asshole. Boy, I went to my friend's house the other day, and he had a bidet, and I was like, "This is nice, bro."
Yeah.
How long did you sit in there? I bet you were in there all night.
I was in there a while, bro. When I stood up out of there, there was just water draining out my butthole. I was just in there. I just kept resetting it. I'm kidding. But really, bidets are nice.
Bidets are nice.
That's way cleaner than toilet paper. That's clean.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, way better.
And then plus, I also jerked off while that thing was going off, so it wasn't too bad.
That's an easy cleanup after that, I guess, because you got the fucking bidet right there.
Little mechanical salad tossing.
Yeah, so that's perfect.
No, for real though. We actually just started looking at toilets that have bidets in them because we're like, yeah, we got to get one of those for sure.
All right. Well, we'll.
Not sexual though. That got weird. That got weird. I was just joking.
Yeah, sure, Chaz. We know. We understand. It's okay.
And also the midget thing. Yeah, that's not because of me either.
Well, anyone that's out there midget boxing, please look us up. Love to get you on the podcast for sure.
Oh, dude, we need to get the baddest midget on the planet on here.
For sure. We'll
that dude looks like he can cut a promo for sure. Yeah. Anyways.
Come on, let's see. You guys got anything before we let the people go?
Yeah, we might be Bellator PFL might be clashing in February, so I'm looking to fight again in February. Definitely for sure getting in there in March. So y'all look out for the PFL and the Bellator clash and shit like that. Mike, when you scrapping again?
Our fight's February 10th. It's been,
yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, who you fighting?
It's a kid named Darius Flowers.
I know, yeah, I know who that is. Yeah.
Yeah, I know the little fucking punk ass dude wanted to train with me before, months and a few years before he was talking about coming down and train me this and blah blah, and all of a sudden he said yes to fighting me. But I'm gonna gear it towards the UFC. Probably didn't give him a chance to say no, or he thinks he can beat me either way.
No, I bet you're right though. I bet they didn't give him a chance to say no. You know, you don't have very many options a lot of times. You know, you do. You're tenured. You've been in a while. You've been in a long time. You fought the best in the division. You fought the best in the world. You got, more avenues. A lot of people don't understand how that works. You know, a lot of people that watch, even avid watchers of mixed martial arts, you got your casual fans. But I hate that term. People say, "Oh, casual," but whatever. A fan's a fan, man. No matter how much you watch or how much, whatever. But a lot of people just don't know that side of the sport or that side of the UFC, or I don't know how PFL works. I don't know how Bellator works, but with the UFC, there's in the beginning, especially, you don't really get an option. It's like, can you say no? Yes, you can say no. I don't want this fight. The odds are, if you say no to that fight, though, you're outside of having an injury that you can prove, you're not going to get offered another fight for 6 months.
Yeah,
year.
You'll get put on the shelf.
If that's your paycheck, what?
I said, hell yeah, you'll get put on the shelf.
Yeah, you'll get put on the shelf real quick. So, or even worse, cut possibly if you say no to. So, I mean, do your 1099, your contract labor. You have the option to say no, of course, but there are consequences to every decision.
Yeah. I guess it was always different for me, early in. I always it wasn't even a chance to say no, because I always offered them, hey, I want to fight this guy. Hey, I want to fight. And it's always been the best of the best, or someone I can fight. So I've never had that back and forth with them and almost the opportunity to say no, because it's yeah, I'm fucking fighting them, or I want these guys. So I'll help you guys do your job, matchmake for you.
Yeah, I've never turned anybody down that they've offered me, but I've also asked them for, and Sean's cool. Sean's always been cool with me. I've always had a good relationship with him. So, but I've always asked for fights. I'll ask for somebody specifically. I'll say, "Hey, man, can I fight this guy?" Or if he asks me.
I've been through 2 matchmakers.
Yes. Do what? Oh yeah,
so I've been through 2 matchmakers in the UFC.
Who did you have before? Who
Joe
was it
Silva.
before? Oh, that's right. Joe Silva.
Yeah. OG.
Yeah. Joe Silva, man, paved the way there for those matchmakers.
Well, everyone, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate everyone opening their ears to hear the shit we got to talk about. Shout out to sponsors, Get Biofuel, Face Meets Fist, Impact Dental Designs. Thank you, Chaz, Bubba. Appreciate you guys, and see everyone in the future.
We rollin'! Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, it's time!